Today's edition of Mac Voices is supported by MacVoices Magazine, our free Flipboard magazine that brings you some of the best Mac, iPhone, and iPad productivity tips on the web. High in signal, low in noise, just like MacVoices, MacVoices Magazine includes information on how you can get more out of your Apple technology. Subscribe at macvoices.com/magazine or search for MacVoices Magazine on Flipboard. Hi, I'm Chuck Joyner. This is Mac Voices at NAB in Las Vegas. I ran into Sean and Stefanie Mullen of Rampant Design, and I ran into them right after I found out that they won a rather nice award. Guys, welcome. It's good to see you again.
It's good to see you too.
Chuck, thanks for having us.
So which one of you wants to tell me about the award?
No.
Oh, good. This is going to be a great interview, folks.
So Studio Daily contacted us and they were like, you guys won this award, and we were so shocked and honored and humbled and just couldn't believe that, that happened. And so, yeah, I don't know how it happened, or, we're just a small team, small company, and to get something like that was just truly amazing for us.
And you didn't know anybody was paying attention, did you?
No, we didn't. We're in our little world, so it's just kind of like, we do our thing, and it just was really cool to have that, that honor. So yeah.
That's great. So Sean, for folks that don't know what Studio Daily is, what is Studio Daily?
They're an online news source, and they report on our industry in visual effects and film, and they have a bunch of awards, and we won the 50
creative and
creatives
special
technologists.
technologists.
We were listed as a specialist together, which was pretty awesome, and there's quite a few other people on that list too. It's pretty amazing.
That's great. That's great. Well, like I said, somebody's paying attention.
Yeah,
that's good.
We don't know how. They claim that we were nominated, so I'm thank you to whoever nominated. We don't know. So
that means two people were paying attention.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
So what has Rampant Design been up to recently? I know that we haven't talked for a little while. I see you all continuing to pump out product. I see you continuing to pump out tutorials. What's your current claim to fame?
Well, our biggest push right now is really a lot more practical tutorials. We have a new product line, our tutorial line called Make Better Video, and it's really just designed to take a more practical approach to training, where you want to know how to do one specific task, like frame bouncing or some kind of custom transitions, whatever, but you want to know how to do it yourself. We show you completely free of charge. It doesn't cost you anything, and so we're really pushing on the training. We're also doing some really great stuff with Final Cut, but I'll let Final Cut Steph talk about that because it's brand new and it's pretty amazing.
Final Cut Steph.
So on the Apple side, we also have training site for Apple. It's called FCPX Tips, and you go there, and it's all practical training on Final Cut, different things you can learn how to do, just like Sean was saying, for frame bouncing and all that stuff. But the coolest thing we've just released are library templates for Final Cut 10.3, and I know we're now 0.3 something else, but when the library templates came about is that all of your motion templates now are contained inside your this library template. So you open it up, you drag your footage in, and it's done. You don't have to do anything else. You don't have to install any plugins. You don't have to put them anywhere. It's all inside of your library, which is really, really cool. So we're really excited about that. People are loving it. We have intros and trailers and different kinds of opens and lower thirds and all that stuff. So it's really, really, really cool.
Now, I know you all work in both Final Cut and the Adobe side. That's got to be a lot to keep up with, because some things go across pretty easy. Some things, in fact, probably a lot of things don't.
Yeah, you can still accomplish similar looks, but it's not like, oh, just do this and this and this. That's how I did it. It doesn't work that way. So we try to work in tandem schedules, but it all depends. And sometimes we can get things done faster in Premiere. A lot of times it's mostly Final Cut. So we're constantly chasing one another in terms of trying to release it at the same exact time. But since we have very few people who buy both, there's very few editors who are doing both sides. It's really okay for us to kind of have our own different engineering cycles. But it is important that we keep pushing both sides, really.
Well, that way you get both audiences. It's not like you're limiting yourself one direction or the other. Right. So yeah, I've learned a number of things from some of your tutorials, and it's one of those things you don't realize what's there until somebody shows it to you, and it's like, oh, okay, not only does this let me do that, but it gives me other ideas, and then I go looking for more tutorials.
There you go. So, that's perfect. Yeah.
That's a good thing. How about I know you were are very big in shooting actual effects, as opposed to generating them artificially. That's still important to you?
Oh, that's still my number one goal. What we do is we basically cater to whatever our audience is asking for at the time. Right now, they're really, really pushing into templates, but I still shoot elements every day. and I will always stick to organic elements because that's how I was taught. The people who taught me worked on Star Wars and worked on Gremlins, all the originals, where it was all optical based, and I still rely on that technique or those techniques way more than sitting in the box. But what we do is we'll shoot elements and then we'll make a template based around those elements, so it's still a hybrid. It's still the best of both worlds. So if you get a Rampant template, it's still really unique to Rampant.
Well, they look fantastic. There's no question about that. And maybe I'm biased, but I think you can tell, that this is organic, this is not. And the organic look always has a better look, I guess a more real look.
Yeah, until we can get Unreal Engine, to be able to produce something pretty photorealistic or whatever in real time. You're still going to use real lights, real flares. The only trade-off is moving the camera or whatnot, but there's solutions for that. But I'll prefer to use a real light or a real flare, a film flash over a simulated one any day.
It's natural.
Yeah.
That natural, you can't get that natural look by anything else except having it be real. So yeah, it definitely gives you put a blend mode on there and it's like you shot it in camera. You meant to make it be there. So yeah. And the client's like, yay!
It's always nice when that happens.
Yes.
So where should we send folks for everything? Because I know you have presences all over the place, and I don't know if you centralize your content or whether you distribute different things through different channels.
It's easier just to go to rampantdesigntools.com, and then from there we have all of our specific channels if you want to go specifically to Premiere, Final Cut, Adobe, After Effects, or just take a look at our style effects as well. Everything at rampantdesigntools.com.
Guys, it's good to see you, and again, congratulations! I'm really proud of you. That's terrific.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So we'll maybe meet up again right back here next year.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that sounds good. Yeah.
Right here with his back.
Well, we'll mark the carpet here for us.
They won't mind a bit. Folks, I'm Chuck Joyner. This is Mac Voices at NAB. We'll be back with more. Thanks for watching. Visit MacVoices.com for show notes, links to subscribe, and to connect with Chuck on Twitter, Google+, Facebook, YouTube, Vimeo, SoundCloud, the Mac Voices blog, the Mac Voices Dispatch, our weekly newsletter, and on MacVoices Magazine, free on Flipboard that helps you do more with your Apple tech. Advertising handled by Backbeat Media at backbeatmedia.com, bandwidth provided by CacheFly at cachefly.com.